Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here. Welcome back to another episode here in the Rising Nation here with Dumbarton. It is Damo on stream at the moment. And before we run that intro, I have some very exciting news. We have got the junior coaching budget increased by the board, even though the youth recruitment did not happen. Because we now have some sort of coaching, we have a youth candidates tab next year in season 3. We will get our first ever youth intake. That's because if you look at facilities, there is now basic academy coaching. All the kids around the castle in Dumbarton now have a pathway to play for their semi-professional football club. That is huge. The rest of this episode is going to be geared around how do we go in the championship? What are our odds? What sort of players did we sign? Did we get anyone back from last year by any chance? All those sort of things. So let's run that intro, give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's get into it. Here we go, YouTube, into the season. It's beginning, and look, we've come to a crossroad already in the 17th of July. If you have a look at the dynamics here, I've banged on a lot, especially in the 4-4-2 video, about keeping the team cohesion and as much of the core together. But I have gone a little bit crazy, and there's potential that we go through more transfers at the end of this episode because there is just so many good players now that we're in the Scottish Championship that are actually interested in coming to us. Now, let's go and do the data hub and the season preview, not the data hub. I am live on stream, so there is links down below to my Twitch. I will play the Twitch plug in just a second. Let's get through this little part first. Dumbarton, 301-1, newly promoted. We're the only one of 2 semi-professional sides with Rafe Rovers, who are semi-professional as well. But Rafe are, a negative football club where, as in like balance, we've got still money in the football club. But yeah, $301 and not potential to do anything. I think we'll finish 6th, 7th or 8th personally. We can beat Greenock, Patrick, Thistle, Rafe Rovers at home. We've done that. Arbroath, I think, will finish bottom. And that puts us in 6th or 7th. I know I predicted that we'll get into the playoffs last year, but we went up as champions. I just think that there's this squad, even though we've built a very good squad already, is potential to still get found out in the 4-4-2 because it's so aggressive, and it's going to take us time to build up, obviously, the dynamics. Now, let's go and talk about the players that are already here as well. We have made some signings, and a lot of them came in the early part. Like, by July 1st, or June 1st, I already had everyone that I wanted to come in. No, July 1st. But yes, the guys that I wanted all came in. So, first things first is Frankie's on the next screen anyway, but we know that we signed Frankie on a loan towards the end of last season, get him in as a free. He looks fantastic. Off we go. Frankie Havid, very, very good footballer. The biggest signing that we made is definitely Cole McKinnon. Now, McKinnon here got released from Rangers, played for Rangers a couple years ago as well. He got a goal for Rangers at the Ibrox in 2021-22. Played 16 games for Rangers B. This is a signing. I'm a ball-winning midfielder. Thank you very much for coming. I look fantastic. Here we are. And look, to be fair, 22 years of age, he's got a little bit of potential. And this is kind of what I think the Saves now moved into. We've moved past the point of, okay, sign what we can to just get a team out there and off we go. It's now sign players that are got a younger profile, that have potential, that if you, especially being a non-professional football club, a semi-pro, that if we get big enough bids in for them, we can sell. And I've already sold a player for some money this year that actually paid for Cole McKinnon because he wanted about 24k worth of agent fees / his own signing on fee that it actually cost a little bit of money. Sean Joash could become the first choice striker over Comalafe. This is more of a signing in the mind that Comalafe runs out of contract at the end of the year and he may still want to be first team, but he's at 2.5 star. Sean just comes in with a little bit of experience here. He's gone away to the USA college leagues and scored goals. But more what I like about him is 14 finishing, 14 pace, good physicals alongside the pace and the acceleration, but a very, 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 very consistent performer. I think that is one of the most underrated things on Football Manager. I feel like when Sean starts scoring goals, because he's so consistent, he'll just keep scoring goals, that he's going to be fantastic. And he's one of 2 new strikers. The second new striker should be probably starting for us, but we'll start on the bench anyway. Now, obviously, we know Johnson got got retired, was retired from professional football. So we needed a left winger, and in comes Syrian Dune, and there's one reason why we signed him. Pace, 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 pace. He's got all the pace, 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 pace. I said pace, not space, by the way. But yeah, he's got all the pace, very, very quick, got good stamina as well, proper left foot, whipping balls into Komalev or Sean, depending on who's playing, because both are 6 foot and 6'1". I just think getting this guy on the break or in that channel when we're pumping forward, you've seen it plenty of times and plenty of highlights. Just get him down the line, let him go. He got a little bit of potential. He's a decent player for this level as well, and that's the thing, you know. For us, we've got a lot of leading League One talent in, and I'm kind of in my head knowing that the board want us to just avoid relegation if we can. I feel like if we did all this, worked within the payroll, improved the reputation, but we got relegated through the playoff, I think we would stay in the job. If we got relegated in 10th, I think 10th's the last spot, I think we would get the sack. But I think Syrian's someone that can come in. If we do go down, we're going to be in a very good spot. Alex Samuel is the other striker. He should be starting for us. Fairly consistent, loves a big game. More importantly, pace, 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 pace. That's correct. He's got pace. Absolutely love him. As a pressing forward, he's superb. Got great teamwork, great work, great speed, great aggression. 5'8", a little bit smaller than what Roof is. But, if you compare him and Roof together, you're telling me as much as Michael Roof is very good and has potential, Alex Samuel just kicks him in physicality and speed. And, well, in the football that we played, this is just a huge, huge, huge signing. Now, I will say that I have gone and, look, because of dynamics, we've taken a lot of new players into this squad. I've decided to leave Roof and Komalev up front for now, but eventually move towards getting at least Alex Samuel into the team, etc. as well. So I'm happy with that. Didn't expect this to happen, but Blair McKenzie went back to Aberdeen, and I decided, you know what, can I loan him in? And they basically said, well, if you pay 100% of his wages, £525, you can bring him in. And I said, well, yeah, he's one of our best ever centre-backs, and he's a good championship player, so 100% we're doing that. So we've loaned him in again. Blair McKenzie comes straight back, 6'2" and 1 in determination. Nice to bring back a player that we already had here at the football club. And lucky last, a player you guys will know in the middle of the park. We know that we had people leaving in the middle of the park. His name is Mohamed Sangari. Which Premier League club did he play for a few years ago? That you guys think? It was Newcastle. What a signing this is. So from leaving Newcastle, went to Accrington Stanley in League One, then went to Livingston, then Dundalk, and now has come to Dumbarton in the Championship. I think this is a crazy, crazy good signing. I'm actually playing him as a box-to-box. I just think once he gets up to speed, he's only 26. He's another one that I'm like, 26, comes in, plays well. I'm surely there's going to be a 30 to 100k bid coming from a premiership side if we don't get promoted this year to come and pick him up. And that's kind of my thinking. Get guys in that we can sell in the future to continue turning over profits so we can go professional. And I think Mohamed Sangari fits the bill. I think he's perfect with that. If we go over to the next page, Frankie Avid's there. Jack Volkins comes in at left back on a free from Oxford United. What a signing. He's a different level of fullback. Marking, passing, technique, crossing, physicality, determination. The only thing he doesn't have is his long throws. 13 free kick taking. He's perfect. When you get him in, he's already of this sort of level. He's a decently good championship player. He's fairly consistent yet again. I've gone after players that are fairly consistent, good of the level, and on a free. And I think this guy's fantastic. Expect to see him bomb up and down, whip balls into that back stick where I am going to start Komalev to begin with because he's my boy. And hopefully he wins a few headers. But Jake looks outrageous as well. Now, there was one sale and it happened so early on that it is what it is. And it's the main reason we went after a certain player. Joe Chalmers is, unfortunately, at Queen's Park, who just got promoted from the Championship to the Prem. So couldn't deny him a opportunity to play in the Prem, but got him off the books for 32k plus clause gets it up to 34k. That pays for me bringing in McKinnon, who's a better centre mid and has more potential than him. And that's kind of the hallmark of the save is you can't really not reject these sort of offers. I know they sound trivial, but these are the sort of offers that you need to take when you're semi-professional to keep the club going. Outside of that as well, I don't believe I saw him on the list, but he should be on the list. This guy came back in. Yes, Alfie Stewart. They just wanted me to up the amount we're paying from $425 to $500. So for £75 more per week, our best player comes back in for another season. Now, unlike Blair McKenzie, Alfie Stewart's contract is up at the end of this year. We've already got him as favoured personnel. If Aberdeen do not make a bid for this guy in the end of December, I'll tell you right now, on Jan the 1st, we will be in for Alfie Stewart. And this is the whole reason I wanted to loan him back. Favoured personnel, get him playing in the championship, get him developing, and then we will take him if they say no. And I think he's fantastic. So nice to get Alfie Stewart back as well, who is a fantastic pickup. That means in the club info, Alfie Stewart's still here. We've still got Commonwealth captain John Orsey is still our hot prospect because we picked him up on the free transfer market. I do have a couple other players here in the free agencies that I'm looking at. I will tell you right now that we have got a bid in for Ferrian because he's better than Harry Stone and is of this level. And more importantly, Real Madrid prospect. That has just been released. Nice to get that sort of pedigree in when you get him from Real Madrid. With that being said, it looks very likely he's coming in because we're waiting for a work permit, which he should get because of the level of where he's come from. I think we've done very well. We're obviously live on stream, so run the Twitch plug. And when we come back, we'll recap the full first month of how we've gone in the championship. And any new signings as well, it has to be said. That has to be said. There might be more signings too because I've still got money to spend. And I'm getting people pretty cheap. You, yes, you, follow me on Twitch. You watch all my content live and, of course, all the VODs for all your viewing needs. The Twitch is the place to go and for funny clips like this.
Can you fucking shut up?
Pietro Pellegrini is a freak, Mum.
Honestly.
Pietro Pellegrini is a freak. It's not a recap of the first month for YouTube. We are within the first month. We're in the quarter-final, I think, or the second knockout round of the Viaplay Cup. We've drawn Aberdeen, who have $12 million dues in their finance and one of the biggest clubs in, Scottish football. And you just saw a goal from Frankie Avid to put us 2-1 up. We've been playing on this balanced 4-4-2. We've been getting absolutely pummeled. And we keep seeing Aberdeen do stuff like that, missing big chances. We are absolutely FMing them. In terms of your goals in this game, and we're going to stick with it because I think we may as well stick with it, and then we'll do a proper recap later on. They went 1-0 up. It happens. 4 minutes later, though, retaliation for Roof. We have a couple of the guys out. Blair McKenzie and Alfie Short both out because they're on loan from Aberdeen. And you guys just saw Frankie Avid score from a long throw highlight. Now, there's a couple guys out here you do not know. One being the goalkeeper, but I mentioned him, and one being Mr. Gill, who's playing centre mid. He is going to be our long-term right back, but I'll be integrating him slowly and is a natural centre midfielder, but Gill can play right back. And we may as well just show you him quickly. He's the other signing that we've made. Picked him up on a free, was released by Barcelona. So I've got a guy from Real Madrid that was released from Real Madrid, and I've got a guy that was released from Barcelona. But Adrian Gill, as you can see, is mentally very, very well-rounded and got decent physicals. And as a midfielder is not bad. But learning to play right back, and I think as a right back will come good as well. But yeah, as things stand here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're about to knock Aberdeen out of the Viaplay Cup, which is huge. It's a competition made the semi-final win last year. And is a competition that, it has a lot of money for a club like us at stake. For half a second, I thought that was definitely going to be the goalkeeper missing the ball. But Ferrian is a very good keeper, and on a 7.5 today has played very well. But I thought this deserved to be part of the episode, We're not on stream. I expected to lose. Samuel's got speed. He's a way to kill the game off. Keeper's made a save. But definitely thought that this was worthy of being in the episode, considering the stature of Aberdeen. And considering we've gone to their home ground, which is not fully packed, the 20,000 seater, but I expect us to make money. Now, we're going to have a look at the finances once this game's all said and done. No matter if we win from here, we get beat in a penalty shootout, or we can see 2 late ones. But we were on 292k when we started this game in the finances. So it'll be interesting to see where we sit. Time ticks away. And it's ticking. Oh my word. Not like this, Football Manager Hart. Not like this. 121st minute. They have the ball. Wow. Wow. Penalty shootout. Wow. 122nd minute of 121 minutes of added time. They are allowed to throw the ball in here with 30. Not like they could blow the ball now. The ball's at halfway, but no. Penalty shootout. We have no penalty takers, so we're gonna probably lose this one. Yeah. I don't see how we win this. I'm not gonna lie. Anyhow, does not matter. It doesn't even matter what order we pick in. Your chance to be heroes. All right, Ferry, and you've had a wonderful game. These guys get to watch a penalty shootout with me before we go into recapping the rest. Lara steps up. Ferry saves. The Real Madrid goalkeeper fast becoming a hero. That is for sure. He did have one of the worst debut games I've ever seen and a 6.2, but since then, not bad. Samuel steps up, and both teams have missed their first penalty. That's confidence flowing. Well, we can't really take a pen, so expected. Can Ferry save again? That would be nice. Nope. All right. Odds on us scoring a penalty in this shootout, low. Like, Sangari is not the guy I expect to score a pen. But hey, if you can't take a penalty, put it down the middle. I'll take it. That's 1-1. Okay. Look, it would have been nice to hold on. I'm glad we documented this in the episode that we conceded 122nd minute. That's a decently struck penalty. If Ferry goes the right way, he probably saves that. All right, Adrian Gill, new signing. Look, we took Aberdeen all the way to a shootout. I'm pretty happy. Unfortunately, he went middle too, but this time the keeper stays middle. We need Ferry to find a save against Katongo. Great name. Katongo. He goes down the middle. Unfortunate. Well, we scored a pen. There's probably one more penalty than I expected, considering that I have no penalty takers. Almost tempted to let Ferry take one. Mr. Lewis Dobby. Can he score one? No. You knew if it was going to a shootout, then we were just gone. Yeah, we concede 122nd minute. That's pretty brutal. Look, on paper, we didn't deserve to win. But yeah, is what it is. They apparently didn't like unlucky. Okay, I thought we played well. To lose in a shootout is just whatever. How many people at the stadium? Should say 9,000 people. That's one of the bigger crowds we played against. We made, look how much money we just made, boys. That's huge for us. Look at that, 159,000 in gate receipts just there. A little bit of prize money, like 40k for getting knocked out then too. That's huge for us because that puts us in a position where once you look into the league table and the rules and you know that, you know, we can finish anywhere from 10th for 219k all the way to mid-table, which we're aiming for 300, 400k. God forbid we win the league back to back to back. You know, we're probably going to, after that, get back to even and then make money again and get to 400, 500k. So for a club looking to slowly increase its revenue so we can go professional, that's huge. Now, I'm not going to recap the season just yet. I'm going to let Postcom Damo do that in just a second. I'm about to go out, go enjoy some football, as in AFL, and then some Premier League. Got the Liverpool shirt on, of course, as well. And then when I come back either later tonight or tomorrow, I'll play the next few games and I'll come and recap the first month and a bit after we play Ayr United in the FPL Trust third round, which has bugger all money. 6k if you lose there, 22k if you win it. It's not really a competition I care about. But I'm glad we documented that we lost in a penalty shootout to Aberdeen, which was a big tie for us. We made a lot of money, and that is the main thing. All right, YouTube, it is your 1 month recap, the start of the season. We played 5 games in the championship. We've also played a couple of games in the cup, as you would have seen. against Aberdeen. It's a brand new day for myself. It's currently, as I sit here, 9:40 in the morning and 32 degrees on what is back-to-back 40-degree days here. So if it looks like I'm sweating or I look very hot and parched, it's because, it is steamy in the room. With that being said, though, let's go and recap what has been an amazing first little month. You guys obviously saw us get knocked out by Aberdeen just briefly, but beforehand, we got through the Cup group stage very luckily, to be fair. We beat Farlick, which was probably the most biggest performance here, 6-0. Now, I will say, even though that Falkirk, even though Falkirk are a premiership side, they went up as champions from the championship last year. They played 3 days before and they were all tired. So as much as it looks like we've absolutely dominated the bejeebers out of them, which we did, 8 of their starting 11 was tired by the 30th minute. So it was really playing against. You got to play what you're playing against. Unfortunately, the same thing happened to us, and against Partick Thistle, we didn't play that bad. You know, if you look at the stats, 2.45 xG, 58% possession, didn't want to score, and then they had 7 shots on target. Ferry on his debut, as I said, against Aberdeen, had one of the worst debuts ever seen in FM history. Just let everything in. But has made good since then. He's the goalkeeper has been fantastic. Putting in some good performances, some good saves. 6.75 is nothing to be scoffed at. Yes, we're going to be a team that is going to leak goals this season, but it's not too bad. Outside of that, the other results have been very good in the league. We beat Greenock Morton 1-0 on the opening day in the derby. Now, this is a team we lost 7-5 to 2 years ago. Our first goal scorer in the league was a man called Michael Roof, who's been with us a long time. He does not want to drop from being a star player, and to be fair, why would we when he's scoring goals? But Doon, the new winger signing, who, by the way, is now our new backup winger signing, because I've signed someone else, did score, and we went 1-0 up, and we held on against Greenock. Now, if you saw against the Greenock game, we conceded a lot of chances. Here against Dundee, we've beaten them before in the Cup last year. We dominated here. We ended up scoring Alfie Stewart winning Player of the Month. And back on performances like this, 2 goals, 2 assists, 5 games, 7.2. Won Player of the Year in League One. He's been fantastic, obviously, for us. He's still rated our best player unless the new signing is. Yes, he is. We'll touch on George Grant in a second. But, fantastic. Partick Thistle seemed to have our number, though. We drew 3-3. As you can see here, very even game. Basically, similar stats, similar XG, etc. But this is a game that we put Samuel and Sean Joash up front for the first time, and this is mainly due to there was an injury to Comalafe, and I've started trying to integrate these guys in, and there's actually a game we're going to recap in a second against Air United where these two started up front, and they looked very, very good, but we drew 3-3, Aberdeen you've seen. We then played Dunfermline, who are one of the favourites, I think, to go up, we absolutely dominated. We won 2-1 in a game that if we were any good in, we would have won by 6 or 7. This was the game Comalafe got injured in. Roof had a stinker, but, we did enough in the end. And this is just the game of Joash. He looked fantastic, and off the bench scored in the 81st and the 90th minute to provide us with what was a very deserved win. Not going to lie. If we skip through this one and just get to the goals here for Sean Joash, that green consistency of very consistent is huge. As you can see, Joash scores. BM Qual with the raid. How's things, mate? How's things, BMC? Good to see ya. A consistent raider. Great toss here from Sean Joash, and everyone on YouTube watching this. Just go check out his channel too. He's very, very good lad and generally raids in, but not too bad. We then beat Inverness, who are another one of the teams that are going to be towards the pointy end. We absolutely dominated this game. 24 shots, 15 on target, 4.39. Looked very good again. Samuel scoring his first goal for the club as well. Missing penalties, but we looked really good. And then against Air United, the new signing in George Grant looks fantastic. Look at him. Look at him. Coming from Lincoln and Peterborough, thank you to Berger in our chat that's mentioned that, was a Reading prospect through at Forest as well. Just so well-rounded. To get a guy that is this good to come in and actually come and play for Dumbarton on a part-time contract is huge. Only wanted £800 a week, where we're paying guys like $2K a week, which is great. In terms of what that means for our budget at the moment, we're just on it, which is fine. Does mean that probably can't re-sign anyone else and stuff. But going in as an inverted winger on attack, I've gone with two inverted wingers because we've got two bombing on fullbacks. We've got a bit better players, so I think we can go to two inverted wingers. But if I feel if two inverted wingers is not doing us well, I will move to having a winger on the left, and obviously George Grant can definitely do that as well. In this game here, though, Grant was fantastic. We were 2-0 down, but Grant was fantastic, scoring here, and then I've got a couple of goals to show you in the later stage of this game as well. But we look good against a team that got relegated from this division in the FPL Trust Trophy, or the SPL Trust Trophy. But anyway, Grant through the legs of the keeper, looked fantastic on his debut, setting up goals as well, which was nice for Grant. Scored a penalty too. And then this is what I want to say about Mr. Sean Joash, is he might not be as tall as Komalev, but in the match engine, he just looks like a big... Look how big he looks, the number 45. Mario Balotelli vibes, by the way, boys. But look how big he looks between everyone. Fantastic. And then the next two goals are just arguably goals of the year already. As well. King scoring what is one of my favourite goals to score on Football Manager. A set-piece routine which just eliminates the opposition. Just watch this beauty. Just delightful one-touch football. Thank you very much for coming. We're a world-class side playing that in the Scottish Championship. And then, just to top it off, Sean decides to just drop a bomb from a long way out into the bottom bin. Now, maybe a world-class keeper gets there, but that's pretty bottom bin. So, a pretty good strike as well. So, in recap, it's been a very good month. For a team that was 301-1, for a team that is predicted to not do much, we've now come in with a new signing to 151-1 and into 9th. We look fantastic. We're in the top bit. We've also gone on a little bit of a run in the Viaplay Cup to help us with finances. The finances look pretty good. Well, I'm very happy with the team. Yes, we're shipping a lot of goals. For the data hub nerds out there we are, guys. That's what the data hub looks like so far. We deserve to be in second, so there we go. I know my dream was just to finish mid-table and consolidate, but with the signings we've made in this episode, the fact we took Aberdeen to penalties, and we seem to score a lot of goals, maybe we just dream of back-to-back promotions. If you enjoyed the episode, give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are new around here, there is a playlist just above me right now in order to go and check out the rest of these videos that we've done so far. There's also a video to this 4-4-2 tactic if you are a lower league manager as well. I think this is the best 4-4-2 to play in the lower levels. Give it a like, subscribe. Catch you guys next time. Thank you and goodbye.